At exactly midnight, I heard the first knock, slow, hollow, deliberate, like someone tapping from inside a wall that had no room behind it. The wind moved through the broken windows of the abandoned asylum, making a low whistling sound that rose and fell like distant breathing. I was recording for my channel horror stories, hoping to capture something eerie for my viewers, but deep down I never expected the night to answer back. When the rusted entrance door slammed shut behind me on its own, the echo didn't fade. It lingered, as if the building had just sealed me inside. The corridor stretched endlessly ahead, lit only by my trembling flashlight beam. Old wheelchairs lay overturned, and scattered patient files crunched beneath my shoes with every cautious step. Somewhere far down the hallway, I heard the faint dragging of metal against the floor, followed by a soft, broken laugh that didn't sound entirely human. I told myself it was just the wind until the laughter came again, closer this time, and stopped abruptly right behind me. I spun around, but the hallway was empty, silent, watching. The air felt heavier now, thick with the smell of mildew and something metallic that clung to the back of my throat. On the wall beside me, an old clock hung crooked, its hands frozen at 12 o'clock, yet the unmistakable sound of ticking echoed through the darkness. Tick, 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 each second louder than the last. One of the patient rooms stood slightly open, the darkness inside deeper than the rest of the hall. I pushed the door gently, and it creaked in protest, revealing a rusted bed bolted to the floor with cracked leather restraints hanging from its sides. The mattress looked indented, as though someone invisible was still lying there, breathing slowly in the dark. Then my flashlight flickered, and for a split second I saw the restraints pulled tight, as if holding something down. The light steadied again, and the bed appeared empty. My pulse pounded in my ears as I stepped backward, but the door behind me slammed shut with violent force. A cold sensation brushed against my neck, followed by a whisper so faint I barely caught the words. "Don't it turn off the light?" My flashlight flickered again, weaker this time, as if something nearby was draining it. Suddenly, every door along the corridor began to close one by one. Bang, 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 each slam echoing like a gunshot in the narrow hall. The temperature dropped so quickly that I could see my breath in front of me. From inside the sealed rooms came muffled sobbing, scratching, and the dull thud of something repeatedly hitting a wall. It sounded less like ghosts and more like patients who never left. The clock struck midnight, even though its hands had never moved. With each hollow chime, shadows along the walls began to twist and stretch unnaturally. One shadow stood still while I moved, tall and thin, its head tilted at an impossible angle. When I froze, it took a slow step toward me. I tried to run, but the corridor no longer led to the exit. It curved unnaturally and brought me back to the same patient room with the bolted bed. This time someone was sitting on it, a pale figure in a hospital gown, face hidden in darkness, long fingers gripping the edge of the mattress. The restraints were wrapped tightly around its wrists, yet it slowly lifted its head to look at me. Its eyes reflected the faint light like glass, empty yet aware. A thin smile stretched across its face as it whispered, "You came to record us. Now you stay with us." The flashlight finally died, plunging the room into absolute blackness. In that suffocating dark, I heard the leather straps tightening again, followed by my own scream being swallowed by the walls. The next morning, my phone was found outside the asylum gates, still recording. The final footage showed nothing but darkness and the faint sound of ticking in the background. Just before the video ended, a face appeared inches from the camera, lens smiling, patient, waiting. And beneath it, in a distorted whisper, were the words, "See you next midnight."